And hello YouTube, this is GSmaniamsmart, and I'm today with a brand new video for Gaming with GS. Now today we're going to be going over another quick tutorial on how to get linen scraps. I know we've done a video tutorial on cotton scraps, jute scraps, wool scraps. So the next thing on the list is linen scraps. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've spent quite a bit of time researching and just walking around different areas to figure out what are some great places to get linen scraps. Now, before I show you the areas, I will say that one of the best places to still get linen scraps is through Karma. I do have a video on my channel, or I think it may be on my other channel that I used to use before I made the gaming channel, but I have a video on a way to make a bunch of gold through linen scraps, where you would buy Karma gloves from a heart merchant, and you would place 4 of these gloves into the Mystic Forge, and you would get another kind of gloves that you can salvage them for linen. And this would be a great method to make money, and this is also a great way to get linen scraps. So just be aware, I still think that's the easiest and quickest way. Another really quick way to get linen scraps is not only through the Mystic Forge, which I just explained, but also if you have like a level 40, mid 40, 50 character, then if you just open a bunch of champion bags, or you open a bunch of loot bags, or any bags that gives gear really, then you'll get all gear that is for your level. Because remember, Guild Wars 2 gives you items based off your level. So if you are on level 45, 40, character around there, then if you open those bags, get gear, everything will be that level 40 to 50, and you'll get linen when you salvage that. But as you see, we are here in Timberline Falls. I'm going to be showing you some good farming locations. I've just killed a few Etten right here, and we haven't really been getting any linen scraps, which is strange because earlier I tried this and we actually got a pretty good amount. We're just going to kill a few more. I'll show you this area. This is one of the areas that you could farm. It's not the best area, but it does work. These can be a bit annoying to fight though, and as you see, my drop rate's not very good right now. I mean, earlier it was pretty good. I actually liked this area earlier on because it did give me a good amount of linen scraps. Well, it doesn't like me right now. But this area right here in Timberline Falls, the Heights area right here, the Strong Carl Heights, whatever it is. Right here, there'll be a bunch of Ettins, and if you kill them, they have a chance of dropping, I believe it's garments that you can then salvage. Earlier today, I had a really good drop rate on these. However, right now I'm not getting much at all, which really sucks because I can't show you then. So as you can see, this may not be that great of an area. However, it is a viable area. It did work for me earlier. So if you'd like to try it, you can. For some people it may work, for some people it may not work. Depending on your magic find as well, will also depend on if you find anything. There we go. These frayed rags. This is what I was getting earlier a bunch. And if you salvage these frayed rags, and I don't really have a salvage kit with me right now, I don't want to use black line, but these frayed rags, they salvage into linen scraps. So that's basically the deal with these Ettins here. The method does work. It's not my favorite method though, because the drop rate is not that good at all. Maybe I was just lucky earlier on. But apart from that, what you can do in Timberline Falls, there's a lot of events here that basically they have like a group of mobs spawn in one area, and you can just camp at that area for the event and just kill them. For example, this event right here, there's an event right here, and all of the mobs, because you're defending this area, all of the mobs spawn right here. So you can just literally stand here and fight a bunch of mobs, and they'll actually drop you some of these clothes here, which you can salvage, and this will salvage into linen. They'll also give you frayed rags here. They'll also give you some frayed garments, and all of this salvages into linen. So a lot of the events here in Timberline Falls are a lot of them are defending events, um, and escort events that you really have to fight creatures that drop linen or drop bags of linen or whatnot. So I would highly recommend exploring the area here and just fight and just do some events, because you can get a good amount of salvageable things to get linen or bags to get linen. So let's deal with that. If you're looking for a more specific area to farm, like I said, you can try this area here. It may work for you. It may not work for you. Or you can also go ahead and go up here to this area, to the excavation site. There's going to be a bunch of dredge in here. I believe you go in from here. But as you're going here, there's a bunch of dredge in this area. There's some events as well. And if you kill these dredge, they also drop bags, and they'll also drop sometimes different things to salvage that you also get linen. However, I didn't really have a really good experience in this area. Some of my friends have had good experiences in this area. I know I've read some posts on the forums who are having good experiences in this area. So I definitely check it out and try it, because it is a viable spot. So in Timberline Falls, you got this area to here to farm for dredge. You have this area here to farm for ettins. And I would highly recommend checking this area here for the event here to get the drops of garments or rags that you can salvage for linen as well. But overall, if you just walk around here and do some of the events, you'll definitely get some stuff. Now, the other good area to farm for linen scraps, and I believe this area is a lot better, so if you're not having any luck in Timberline Falls, don't fret. There is another area you can go to that I think is much better. Most of my linen I have been getting here, so perhaps you'll get most of your linen here as well. The place you want to go to, and by the way, I apologize, I didn't show you which waypoint you should be looking for. The waypoint you want to be looking for, I don't have most of this area unlocked yet, but the waypoint that I go to is this one right here, the Valence Tutory waypoint, and I go down here, see if this event is up. If it is, I'll do it, and then I'll just head across here to the ettins here, and or you could, from this waypoint, you could go up. Oops, from this waypoint. Oh, stop it. Why is it doing that? You could also go up here and take this waypoint and head into the mines here, or even take this waypoint right here and go into the mines here. So those are the locations I would recommend for linen scraps. I have tried these locations. They do work, and I just don't want to go to all of them because the video will be very long if I just go to every location and show you. But try them. You definitely try them. So the next area we're going to go to is the Iron Marches, I think? Iron March? The Iron Marches, yes. Now, in this area, there's two, well, relatively speaking, you could walk around this area just and kill Flame Legion. Flame Legion is what you're looking for. If you kill Flame Legion in this area, you will get ritual bags. The same ritual bags that we got in Ashford Plains, for Plains of Ashford, for jute scraps, you'll get medium ritual bags in the Iron Marches. And these ritual bags will drop linen. Now, there's several places here, like I said, there's several places here that also have many events that you can do to defend a fort, to defend a camp, and kill Flame Legions. So I would definitely recommend just, take a day, I mean, not take a day, but take some time to, wander around the area, see what events you like. A lot of the events, like I can't really keep track of which events are best, but I do know there's one specific event that I really like that's really good, and that event would be up here, I believe. Where is it? It's right here. The waypoint is the Firewatch encampment, and it's near the Granite Front. It's kind of in the middle of the map, more to the north side. And if you go to this waypoint, now hopefully the event is up, because this event usually is really good, but we'll see. If it's not up, then I'll show you the other area in this place, because the event that we're going to try to do does spawn every 5 to 10 minutes, so it's pretty easy to do it, and it's pretty easy to farm because it spawns every 5 to 10 minutes, which is good. I don't think the event is up. No, the event is not up. Now, supposedly, I do want to make you aware of this, and perhaps if you run into this, there's supposedly supposed to be an event right here by this bridge. And what's supposed to happen is there's supposed to be Flame Legion coming from this end of the bridge and Flame Legion coming from this end of the bridge. And you constantly go back and forth across this bridge, killing groups of Flame Legion. However, I've been here pretty much for a good amount of the day, and I have not, like, I've been, doing the event over in this area, which I'm going to show you when it comes up. And I've been, like, looking for other places, and I have not encountered this event yet. So I don't know if they removed the event. I don't know if it's only been popping up when I'm not here. But I would definitely pay attention to this area, because maybe the event does spawn, and it's a really good spot to farm for linen scraps. I saw a YouTube video, but it was really old, kind of, where they were farming for linen scraps here. But, it was an old video, and I don't know if this event got removed or something, because it was a pretty good event to farm for. So it looks like the event is not up yet, so I'm going to show you the other spot in Iron Marshes that's really good. The Scorched Lands up here. This area right here is a great place to farm for linen scraps, because there are many Flame Legions right around this area here. And there's also a mini world. There's a mini world boss over here, which is the Fire Shaman, which you can do because it gives you a bunch of loot, so you may as well do it also. But there's a bunch of Flame Legion in here, and if you kill them, they will give you ritual bags as well. The key thing we're going to be looking for in this area is ritual bags. Ritual bags will give you your linen. Aside from that, you also want to look for frayed rags and frayed garments as well, and if you salvage those, they will give you linen scraps as well. Perhaps near the end of the video, I'll actually go to Radasum and get a salvaging kit, so you can see that these do salvage on the linen scraps. Unfortunately, there's no close waypoint here. The closest one is probably this one here, or this one right here, the Firewatch encampment, or the Gladefall waypoint. But either waypoint, you're gonna have to walk a little bit. But you basically want to get yourself into the area over there. I haven't found the formal entrance to it yet. I've kind of just been jumping over things.
And burn the world into submission.
And it looks like there is a fire elemental event. And this is not the fire elemental in Metrica province. This must be a different fire elemental. There you go. Just find a way to jump into the canyon here, I guess is what it is. And there's a bunch of Flame Legion here. If you're with a group, it would be easier. You can, round them all up and just AoE them all. Or if you're really good at the game, then you could possibly do that too. And right where the Fire Elemental is, that is also where the Fire Shaman is for the mini world event. Right now we have not been getting any ritual bags. So you do get frayed garments from these as well. And frayed garments can also be... Yeah, I can't do this alone. I don't really want to do it either. So frayed garments can be salvaged, as I said before. And aside from frayed garments, you're supposed to get ritual bags as well from these. Which there we got, medium ritual bag. If you open those will give you linen scraps. So just farming this area here should give you a good amount. But to be very frank with you and honest, linen scraps is kind of like the cotton situation. There's no one really good spot that just gives you tons and tons of them. We got another frayed garment. So there's no one spot that really gives you tons and tons of linen scraps. Like for jute scraps, for wool scraps, you know, we really found the one specific location that really, you know, really gives you good drop rates that, you know, everyone's gonna go to. Or at least, you know, a couple locations that everyone's gonna go to. But for linen scraps and for cotton scraps, you know, the drop rates are really low for a lot of areas, and I don't know why. And that's why they're so expensive on the trading posts as well. Because of that reason, they're really rare to find. After these, we're gonna go back to the other area, see the event is up. Alright, let's go ahead and check the other area to see if the event is up so I can show you. I think this event is probably the best method for linen scraps. Right now I'm showing you all the minor areas which you can go to in the meantime while you wait for this event. But those were a few areas that you can go to gain ritual bags or frayed garments or frayed rags. And yes, the event just started. Good. Perfect timing. Now this is one of the better places to get linen scraps. Usually from this event, I tend to get in between 10 to 14 ritual bags. And basically what's happening here is a bunch of Flame Legion are going to spawn. A good group of 4 or 5. If you have more people with you, then there's going to be more spawning. So I do highly recommend that you know, get a group of friends or a group of guild mates, or, you know, just call people over saying, oh, this event is up, let's get more people here to upscale it, because you do get more spawns, and more spawns means more ritual bags. As you saw, I just did get one ritual bag already, and we got another one right there. So as you can see, we're getting ritual bags a lot quicker here with this event than we did get in Scorched Lands or any other area that we've been to. So that's why this event is a lot more viable and a lot better. Another ritual bag there. So if you're discouraged in going to the other locations, if you tried them out, you don't really see them working, then I would definitely recommend this place, because this is a really good place. And if you're a high level, you can just easily burn these down quickly. And we got another ritual bag. At one point in this event, there's going to be a point in this event where you have to stop rituals. For those of you who know this event very well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I did this event about 10 minutes ago with another guy, and we waited till the ritual was almost complete, and then we killed all of the ritualists. And it felt like the longer we waited for the ritual to be near to completion, the more Flame Legion spawned. So when we get to that point in this event, I'll show you what I mean. Now I'm not sure that's accurate. I don't know if that really was the case. Another frayed garment there. Another medium ritual bag there, and I think it's coming next. 2 ritual bags, good. When does the ritual part come? Oh, we got a ton here. Oh, I didn't even get to heal there. These Berserker Apprentice shoes, these level 76, but sometimes you'll get like these white items that are actually the zone's level, and if you salvage them, you do get linen scraps. So it depends if you're lucky or not. As in any other event, as long as you tag these guys and do some damage, you will get credit for the loot. We didn't get anything there. Wow, that sucked. Is the second part of this event not starting this time? Maybe not. That's weird though. Every other time in this event, you have to like interrupt the ritual or something like that. There it is. Okay, here it is. So, oh, okay, this time it's a different one. This time it's fire imps. So, I guess this event has variations. Sometimes you'll have to kill fire imps. Sometimes you'll have to stop the ritualists from completing the ritual. But if you do get the variation of stopping the ritualists, try to see if you can wait till about 70% completion of the ritual, because I believe more Flame Legion spawn. Right now we're doing fire imps, and I guess they rotated from fire imp to ritualists. You won't really get any land scraps here because fire imps won't drop anything. I have done this variation once, and you only get a bunch of these hot stones, so it kind of sucks. But if you do happen to get the variation of this event that tells you to stop the ritualists, then oh, we do still get medium ritual bags though. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, like I was saying, you might want to try to stall the ritual so that more flame leads to spawn. But I'm not sure if it works like that. So I think after this event, we're just gonna go to Radisson, and I'll show you the salvaging of frayed garments and frayed rags. Alright, now we just need one more wave, and there's that wave. Hopefully I can get some. There we go, I did some damage. We got another frayed garment as well. Alright, event complete. So let's go ahead and let me go to Radisson now. I'd love to make my Mystic Salvaging Kit, but I don't want to make the video too long, so we'll just buy a quick find salvaging kit. No big deal. But a lot of these linen scraps you will need for ascended crafting, especially if you're making your ascended armor and you're a light armor class. You're gonna need a bunch of linen scraps, and it's annoying. I'm nearly done with my ascended armor. I'm actually gonna be making a video for it, like when I have like all the stuff collected. I'm gonna be showing you the process, how it goes through, what materials you need, and all the crazy stuff. It is a pretty difficult process. It's not difficult, it's just very time consuming. But yeah, so like I was saying, those first few locations I showed you, I would just check those locations out. Some people have a lot of success in them for some reason. Maybe their magic find is high enough. Not sure, but I would definitely check those locations out. Check the Ettins location out. Check the Dredge location out, and check the Scorchlands location out. And if you're not having any luck, then I would definitely just stick with the a Flame Legion event that we just did. And if you're really not having any luck, then I would definitely recommend checking out the tutorial that I made on using the Mystic Forge to get linen scraps, which I will have a link in the description, and at the beginning of the video when I mentioned it, I did have an annotation there, so if you wanna click it there. What am I doing? This is when I'm talking and I'm trying to think at the same time. Get a salvaging kit, that's what we need. Okay, so as you can see, we have some ritual bags here, and we are getting some linen scraps. Not too much though. And if we salvage our frayed garments, and we salvage our rags, we are getting linen scraps as well. Cotton scraps too, but not that much. And then I believe if did we run out of our salvaging kit already? Oh no, here it is. If you salvage some of these, as you can see, the white gear also will sometimes give you linen scraps, but only if they're in that level.
Excelsior.
That one didn't give me, so it really depends on what level gear you're getting. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know that a lot of you are, you know, thinking, oh, this sucks. There's no actual real location to constantly farm, like easy farm, lots of scraps. And yeah, it's true, it does. So there's no real location where you can get it. But like I said, if you want to use the Mystic Forge, do that. Another thing that I have seen people do, and it does work, is doing Twilight Arbor. And if you do that dungeon, you'll get tokens, and you can use those tokens to then buy gear from the armor merchant in Lion's Ark, and the armor merchant in the dungeon merchant, where you turn in your dungeon tokens. He's gonna be right here. And if you go to him and you buy the Twilight Arbor, if you use your Twilight Arbor tokens, you can buy low-cost armor that can salvage then into linen scraps, because Twilight Arbor is a level 40 to 50 dungeon, I think. So he will be selling that level gear, and you can buy that with your dungeon tokens if you have a ton of them, and you can just salvage that into linen. Some of them do give you 3-4 linen scraps per piece of armor. So that's another method. There are several ways you can do this. None of them are really, you know, very quick, except for the Mystic Forge. I think the Mystic Forge one is really quick to do. However, it does cost a lot of karma. So if you're looking not to waste your karma, then maybe these methods are better. But if you're okay with wasting karma, you have a ton of it, then definitely check the Mystic Forge tutorial out. That's pretty much it, guys. Next video, we're going to be doing a not linen scraps, wool. No, what is it? What am I talking about? Silk scraps. Silk scraps. Now, there's not really much to do with silk scraps. I already know a lot about silk scraps because I needed to collect like thousands and thousands of them for my Sunday crafting. So, I'll definitely be more knowledgeable about silk scraps, but that'll be next video. Hopefully, you're enjoying these different farming videos, and don't forget that we are going to be going over the other types of materials too, like metals and stuff like that. If you're like a different profession, if you need rugged leather, you need leather more over scraps, or you need specific metal more over scraps and leather, we'll go over that as well. But let me know if you have any other places that linen scraps may drop. We're all here to learn, so I'm highly open for comments and feedback on other locations that you may know of that can drop linen scraps, because it'll help everyone else out. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video helped you out in any way. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It'll really help me out. If you didn't like it, you can leave a comment below as well and give some feedback. If you have any other comments or questions, please leave them in the comments as well. And I usually try my best to answer those comments within the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on how busy I am. I also have plenty of other content on my channel about different gaming tutorials, as well as general gaming videos for Guild Wars 2, League of Legends, Minecraft, and any others that you may be interested in. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, check it out. And if you like what you see, you can subscribe too. Would really appreciate it. You can also check out my other channels and social medias as shown on the screen right now. And with that, thank you so much, everyone. And this is GSmaniamsmart, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.